All right, folks. We are going to today review the footage between CM Punk and Jack Perry that was aired on AEW Dynamite. Now, this is a transformative commentary, so Tony Khan probably gonna try to take this down like he does try to take everything about the footage down. Even though he aired it, he promoted it, they were so braggadocious about it, and they were so gleeful, like, oh my god, this is gonna expose CM Punk, and they didn't get the reaction they wanted, and now they're trying to scrub it from the internet, which is funny to me. But anyway, um, look, let's go over this footage, right, and then let's talk about the ramifications and why this was a terrible idea to air, right? All right, so footage starts out. It's CM Punk, Jack Perry, obviously here. Hook is here, I think, somewhere behind this thing. Samoa Joe's here. Aubrey Edwards. And Tony Khan is this wall right here. Tony Khan is right behind this wall, right next to this guy. Tony Khan is right. So, right. So there's Hook right there where I'm circling. So they're staring off. Obviously, you can tell there's some dialogue going on between these two. They're talking to each other, kind of just like Punk said. Punk, asked them to stop doing this internet stuff, and Jack Perry's all chillax. And Dave Meltzer says that you can tell from lip reading that Jack Perry says do something about it. I don't know if that's true, but Dave Meltzer's kind of delusional, so I would take what he says with a grain of salt. But still, according to Punk's side of the story, that is what happened. And he's been truthful, right? And you can see him looking off, and he's like, obviously Jack Perry said something because Punk's looking off. Like, if you see this look, like this is the look that someone gives when they're like, "Yo, someone come get their man," because he's talking all wild. But this is obviously the look you give when it's just like, the fuck? Like But yeah, so looks back at Perry, there's obviously some more dialogue. And yeah, Jack Perry says something. And look at that head bob that Jack Perry does. Like, that's a very confrontational head bob that he does right there. Look right there. Very confrontational head bob. And these guys are just, talking. Here's the funny part about this. So this whole thing goes on for about 30 seconds, right? Before the action really gets going. The entire Tony Khan, it's right in front of him. He can see it. He can hear it. Hook is expecting something to happen because look at the way he's standing there. Samoa Joe, he's probably expecting something to happen. He knows Punk. And there's these referees here. So obviously people are expecting something to happen. Tony Khan is just seated there. Is that not weird to anybody? Like, you're seated right there. You can feel the tension. I'm sure, like, I think even a child could figure out something was about to pop off, and you're just sitting there. Like, I don't even think he's standing behind there. He's just sitting there, like, yeah, well. Right. So anyway, more talking. Here's the problem. Here. This is where Punk is about to show him. So 32 seconds in. Here's the problem right here. Right. Here's my problem. Reviewing this from a fighting standpoint. Right. So if you're in a confrontation with somebody, the last thing you want to do is this, right? You don't want to have your hands up. You don't want to have any part of your body in a disadvantageous position. This is very dumb, and the way he's acting is so nonchalant, so relaxed. Like, he doesn't expect Punk to do anything. Cause look at that little head shake. Oh well, and then he puts his hair up, like, well, he's not gonna do anything because these are what these people are, right? There's this internet people, right? They assume because CM Punk lost a fight in the UFC, oh my God, well, he doesn't really know how to fight if he lost a fight in the UFC. I'm afraid to tell you guys, but CM Punk went through 2 UFC training camps. You know what that is equivalent to? 2 UFC training camps? And it's not like he was training with random people. He was training with Anthony Pettis, Luke Rockhold, Tyron Woodley, prime Luke Rockhold. If you don't know what those names are, then you should not be commenting on anything about UFC, let alone, what Punk went through, the experience he garnered just from being in those training camps. Being in those training camps alone means he's more capable than anyone in this room, probably except Samoa Joe, because there's just genetics you can't account for there. But like, it's such a This is obviously such a condescending thing he's doing right here. Like, I mean, I would shove the guy too if he did this in my face. I'll be honest with you. I would shove the guy too. But you have to be smart about this because you know who CM Punk is, right? You know that he just beat up those EVPs, right? This guy got in the fight, has been getting in the fight since the ROH days with Teddy Hart and all them. You know what's going to happen if you're confrontation with CM Punk and you make whatever comment Jungle Boy just made to him. I'm sure it wasn't welcoming or, I love you or anything. So you're going to put your hands up like that? Not to cover your face, but to pull your little hair back? Are you serious? And here's a shove. Here's the part where Punk shoves him, right? And this is where everyone's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! It was a blindside. It was someone called it someone called it a sucker shove. A sucker shove." So here's the problem here, right? A sucker shove, right? So Jack Perry gets pushed. This is really dumb. He gets pushed. Why are you not taking an immediate fighting stance when you get pushed like that? And you see the guy walking towards you. Look at that. He gets pushed. He gets pushed. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 seconds there. And you see him coming towards you. Why are you still trying to do your hair? Oh my God. That's the thing about with some of these white boys, man. Look, you're still trying to do your hair. Still trying to fix up your hair. Why? There is a grown man with combat sports experience, UFC experience, has trained with the likes of Tyron Woodley, Luke Rockhold, Anthony Pettis. You have this guy coming at you, and you're still trying to do your hair. And what part does this make Jack Perry? Is this supposed to make Jack Perry look good? Is it supposed to make him look competent? The first thing you should do is, first of all, take a few steps back, immediately get in your fighting stance. If you know what that is, Jack Perry. I don't know if you know what a stance is. I don't know if you know how to do anything besides brush your hair back. But you see this man coming towards you. This is CM Punk, okay? The guy got into a fight with a torn bicep or whatever it was. This is CM Punk. He is coming for you. This is not going to end well. He's not walking up to you to hug you. He's coming up to do something very violent to you. This is a man at the end of his rope who has nothing to lose and is looking, wants out of this company. Just put it simple. He's tired of everyone in here. You are now what his anger is directed at. And you get shoved and no fighting stance. Look, he's still brushing back his hair. So by the time Punk gets him, his hands are still, like, he's still not in a fighting stance by the time Punk gets him. Punk grabs him by the face. It looks like, okay, so what does Jack Perry do here? What's he doing here? Nothing. He goes down. I mean, was he trying to shoot for something? Who knows? I don't think he even knows what a shoot is. And Punk now has him in this chokehold, this front face lock chokehold. And that's when Samoa Joe runs him, because Samoa Joe knows this guy's going to kill him. He's going to kill him. I mean, and that was going to happen if Samoa Joe and I don't know who this guy is wasn't there. He's going to kill Jack Perry. That's what's going to happen here. Okay? Because Jack Perry has no idea what he's doing. If he doesn't know how to put himself in a fighting stance, he's sure as shit not going to know how to defend the choke, right? Just give Punk a few more seconds here and it's game over. And Jack Perry's not doing anything. Like what is he doing? He's not doing anything. It's insane. So then Samoa Joe releases him. Punk releases Jack Perry, sorry. Because Samoa Joe's like, stop, Punk. And Samoa Joe, basically what Samoa Joe does here is save Jack Perry's life. I mean, let's be honest. He saved the man's life. The poor kid's life, he saved it. Jack Perry turns away. There's no street fighting sense here. Has this kid ever been in a fight in his life? He turns away when the hold is released. Why are you turning away from the man that is still, I mean, as far as you know, that man still has a clear shot at you. Like, yeah, okay, Punk shoves him away. Yep. Shoves him away. He still has a clear shot at him, right? Jack Perry doesn't see this. Because he's turned away from a man that you're actively in a street fight with. Why? Oh my god, it was so terrible. And there's the part where he shouts at Tony Khan, "You're a fucking clown. I quit." This is apparently the part that made Tony Khan fear for his life. Because Punk came towards him and lunged at him and was talking to him. Okay. Well, guys, yeah, Tony Khan feared for his life. CM Punk now looking across the room at Jack Perry. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it, kid? Look at this. Look at this little shrimp here. He looks so feminine. Like, what is going on here? Why is he like that? Still worried about his hair, by the way. Like, you come on. He's still worried about his hair. That's the problem. Here's Lance Archer, I think. Or Malachi Black, sorry. I said Lance Archer. Hook is so nonchalant. And now Punk is just like, get off me, I'm out. Get off me, I quit, I'm out. He's out, he's going to do his match. This guy's mortified by what he just saw. An attempted murder, apparently, according to Twitter. This is the biggest assault. CM Punk traumatized that locker room. Tony Khan! Oh my goodness. Are we serious? This is the big thing that got CM Punk fired? This is what you let go of your top star over? A little bit of a push and a shove, a little bit of a choke, a little bit of a front face lock. This is what you let your top star go over? Wow. Incredible. And then you aired this footage to embarrass him. These are professional wrestling fans we're talking about. They don't care. This is the greatest shit ever. Right? This is the greatest thing to happen. This is the most authentic. This is professional wrestling. This is what it's all about. Stuff like this. This is what it's all about. A man who stands on business. This is what they want to see. You just made CM Punk look more like a badass. I don't understand. And these people saying, oh, well, Jack Perry, he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. Again, this is why I say these people they've never been in a street fight before. They've never been in a fight before. He didn't want to fight. You're in the guy's face, making these faces, talking back and forth with him, jaw-jacking. If you did not want to fight, if you did not want a confrontation, you simply walk away. This is a trained UFC fighter. You are in his face. You're making gestures towards him. You supposedly said do something about it. If you did not want a confrontation, if you did not want a fight, you walk away. I mean, this is Street Smart 101, but these guys who are like crying about this is some evil act. They've never been in the street. They've been sheltered their entire lives. They don't know how to de-escalate a situation. They don't know how to communicate that you do not want to have a fist fight with someone. This is basic street smarts, right? Like, the guy turns his head like this. Like, you know something's going to pop down when Punk turns his head like this. Like, if I see Punk do that, or I'm taking a step back, fist up, got that peekaboo Mike Tyson stance, or I got that Karate Connor stance. Either way, you want to throw some leg kicks in there, you know? But, like, this was not an unwilling participant. Jack Perry was not an unwilling participant. Let's kill that narrative right now, that Jack Perry was some unwilling participant. You were not. Because, first of all, you instigated this reaction. You brought upon this reaction. And then you did not walk away. You did not attempt to de-escalate it. You did not attempt to walk away. Because everyone else here knew something was going to go down. Look at everyone else. They're all standing around like something's really going to pop off. They're looking at this confrontation. She looks like she's laughing a little bit. But, Samoa Joe looks like he's smirking a little bit too. But, like, am I in some kind of bizarro world? Am I? Because from what I can see, just reading the body language, something is about to go down. And Tony Khan's the biggest idiot for not recognizing that. It behooves me that there's people out there who are like, well, it was a blindside. It wasn't blindsided. He's in front of him. He's in front of you. You can't be blindsided by someone in front of you. You can only be stupid at this point. which Jack Perry is. He's stupid. Oh, wow. The dumbest decision, a true WCW moment. Tony Khan is an idiot. You wanted to embarrass CM Punk. Congratulations, you only managed to embarrass yourself. Absolute dreadfulness here. This is dreadful. I mean, it's great for Punk, right? You know, validates his side of the story, and also it makes him look like a badass too. So, I mean, you promoted WWE's top babyface. Congratulations. You did a good job doing Triple H's promoting for him. WWE now has 2 promoters. Congratulations, Tony Khan, Triple H. AEW it's a joke at this point. It's very much a joke at this point. Jack Perry's a joke too. Scapegoat. Sure.